James Gunn's Superman has been a hot topic ever since test screenings began, and the reactions have been all over the place. Some loved it, others had concerns, and now, thanks to a leak from Reddit user DCU Leaks, we finally have a clearer picture of what to expect. The latest reports reveal details about the film's tone, VFX, character performances, story, post-credit scenes, or the lack of them, and most importantly, whether this movie truly connects to the larger DC universe. So let's start with the tone. While there's humor, this isn't a comedy, it's a mix of action, heart, and light moments, exactly what you'd expect from a classic Superman story. Krypto plays a significant role, but some felt like he was thrown in at the last minute, almost as if the movie wasn't originally built around him. And what about all those extra heroes? Supergirl, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, and Metamorpho. You'd think that with so many characters, the story might feel overcrowded, but according to reports, that's not the case. Each hero has their moment, but the focus stays on Superman. This is his story, and it never loses sight of that. Now, let's talk about the visuals. The film is still a work in progress, and some of the VFX were a little rough. The Ice Palace scenes, not quite polished. The big kaiju-like creature, apparently its face looked a bit goofy, but this is an early cut, so there's still time for improvement. When it comes to performances, let's start with Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult was an unexpected choice, and while some say he nailed the role, others feel he overdid it. His intensity is undeniable, his anger, his presence, it's all there. But in some scenes, it might be a little too much. His two henchmen, however, seem to balance him out. They bring a fun energy to his scenes, even though they aren't exactly necessary to the plot. David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan seem to be exactly what fans hoped for. Corenswet captures the heart and optimism of Superman, while Brosnahan steals every scene she's in. She brings intelligence, charm, and strength to Lois, making her a real standout in the film. Their dynamic is said to be one of the strongest parts of the movie. When it comes to the story, Superman isn't just about action, it's about Clark's humanity. Gunn's vision for Superman is full of heart and spectacle, which is a major shift from Zack Snyder's darker, grittier take on the character. Now here's something surprising. There was no post-credit scene shown in the screening. That doesn't necessarily mean there won't be one in the final cut, but for a film launching an entire cinematic universe, it's definitely unexpected. And what about those DCU connections? Rick Flag Sr. is in the movie, but his role is short. Amanda Waller gets a small mention, but it's subtle. And for those hoping for ties to Creature Commandos, it looks like there aren't any clear references. So while Superman does exist in the new DCU, it might be more self-contained than people expected. Now the big question, can Superman live up to the hype? On one hand, it sounds like a balanced film with action, humor, and heart. But on the other, there are concerns, unfinished effects, a potentially over-the-top Lex Luthor, and Krypto's role feeling unnecessary. But let's break this down. The VFX issue? Understandable. It's an early cut and Gunn has a track record of delivering visually stunning films, so it's safe to assume those rough edges will be cleaned up before release. Now about Nicholas Hoult's Lex Luthor. Yes, he might be over the top, but sometimes that works. Think about Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. He was theatrical, even campy at times, but unforgettable. If Gunn can find that right balance, Holt's Luthor could be one of the most memorable versions of the character. And as for Krypto, look, some say he feels tacked on, but let's not forget James Gunn excels at making audiences care about characters they never expected to love. He made a talking raccoon and a walking tree two of the most beloved characters in the MCU. The runtime is reportedly around 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's a solid length, not too short, not too long, and despite the large cast, the movie doesn't lose focus on Clark and Lois. One of the biggest takeaways? Even people who aren't hardcore DC fans enjoyed it. That's a big deal. It means this movie has the potential to bring in a wider audience, similar to what The Batman did for casual viewers. What do you think of these leaks? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next one.